What is up, fellow disc golfers? This is the virtual players meeting for Camp Jordan League on Tuesday nights, hosted and presented by Major Chains Disc Golf. I'm your TD, Stephen Miller, and I'm going to jump straight into it. Hopefully this will save some time for us on league nights. I know a lot of people are coming right after work, so this will cover most everything for the league. If you have any questions day of, just let me know. So, jumping right into it, the layouts, we will have two different layouts. We'll have a dry layout, which is the OG layout at Camp Jordan, or the wet layout. And most likely we'll be playing the wet layout for most days, mostly due to hole 1 and hole 2 being very wet and muddy. Even with 4 days of sunshine this past week, there was still tons and tons of mud. So we will be doing 2 temp holes for 1 and 2, and then a temp basket placement for hole 17. Just for mud and wetness as well. Any other temp baskets may include hole 11. That just depends when we can get it moved in time. Spoiler alert, it's just a matter of when, not if. It's already been approved by the Parks and Rec department, and we will get it moved as soon as possible. And if you'd like to sign up for a work day, just let me know. But in the meantime, we're going to try to do some no parking signs and see how that goes. If not, I will have a tent basket out there as well. With that being said, courtesy, this is a public park. Even though we have an event and a contract with Parks and Rec Department, we do need to be courteous to all the park goers, making sure that we're looking out for them. If there is somebody that happens to be in the fairway or near a basket, just make sure you politely, keyword politely, give them a heads up. Ask if they can move, just so that you can finish out the hole. You can mention that it's league night and you have to play the hole. But as long as we're polite, they'll be polite back, and everything will be good. Other courtesy regarding our pace of play, hole 1 and hole 9 will be very close to each other. The temp hole 1, that is for the wet layout, and temp hole 2 will be very close to hole 4. So the PDGA rule states the players further ahead in the course should play through first. So if you're teeing off on hole 1's basket and there's another group on hole 9's basket, or you're teeing off on hole 1, not the basket, on the tee pad, and somebody is on hole 9's tee pad, you want to let hole 9 tee off first and let them play through until they're out of weight, and then you play. Same for if you're on hole 2, let hole 4 throw their up shots to the basket, and then you'll be able to drive. Next up, signups and payouts. I will be accepting day of signups, $40 for AMs. That covers all 6 weeks of the league. For pros, we will accept weekly payments, so you can pay $15 a week if you want to play in the pro field. And can accept cash. So if you do want to play just weekly and pay $15, you can play an MPO. It's not reported in L tiers for any cash prizes, so you won't lose any status, any AM status, if you accept cash in the league. As long as we have 5 people in each division, by the end of the season we'll do a payout for first, second, and third. Otherwise, we'll do just a payout for first. So pros will be getting cash, and AMs will be getting gift cards to Major Chains. So thank you, Anthony Davis and the Davis family, for offering those gift cards. Starting holes. Each week we'll meet up around 5:15 at hole 9's pavilion. Find a group of 3 or a max group of 5 and head to a starting hole. So starting holes will be on the front 9, any odd hole, and on the back 9, any even hole. So that includes hole 10 and hole 18 that'll be close to us at the pavilion. Or you are welcome to hop in your cars and zip over to hole 12 where the parking lot is, next to 11's basket, and you can start on hole 12, hole 14, or 16 that are all pretty close right there. And that's just if we have 30 plus people, and that'll give us more starting holes. So just make sure you don't park next to hole 11 or you might get a disc in the back of your bumper. Out of bounds, so there's going to be OBs and Mando rules listed on every hole in the app. So we are going to use the PGA Live Scoring app. Make sure you're taking 2 scorecards, 2 digital scorecards. We'll take at least 1. You can also do one UDisc. That'll be considered a digital, and paper copy if you want to. That will be accepted as a second one. But the best thing to do is PDJ Live. It'll tell you immediately if you've mistyped a stroke, and it'll flag you and your other scorekeeper and help you fix that. So PDGA Live. Every OB and Mando is listed. There is a ton of OBs and a ton of Mandos on this course, so just pay attention to that. Most of the OBs, just in general, are the walking path, roads, any creeks, and then some others will be flagged. So hole 1 and temp hole 1 for the wet layout, and hole 9 will be island holes, so those will be flagged with a drop zone. There will also be a flagged area on hole 12, on the left side of hole 12, and a flagged area on the back side of hole 14, which is the really dogleg right hole. So look out for those, and of course those will be listed as well. Mandos, like I said, ton of Mandos. In general, if you miss a Mando, it's a re-tee if it's missed with an added penalty stroke. But then there's many holes with drop zones. So if you miss the Mando, you'll just go to the drop zone with the penalty stroke and throw from there. And those will be clearly marked and flagged as well. Weekly prizes. Now we get to talk about the fun stuff. There is an ace pot that grows every week. If no one hits the ace pot, then by the end of the season, it'll push into next season, which will probably be 6 weeks as well. And if no ace pots are hit, then we'll do a first, second, third, closest to pin to split the ace pot, and we'll split that 50%, 30%, and 20% respectively, and that'll be the ace pot. CTPs will randomly generate the hole numbers, and I'll use a random hole generator. I'll video that and take a video and send that out to you guys each week, as well as post it on what the CTPs are. We'll also be doing donated CTPs, and huge shout out to Mr. Danny Voss for providing us 5 Nate Sexton Firebirds, and he even mentioned a 6. So we'll be having a Nate Sexton Glow Firebird, Tour Series Firebird, every week, one for every week. So huge shout out to Danny, you the man. I'll also be donating some discs. There'll be some other guys donating some discs as well. So for any CTP, cash or discs, we'll do orange is all divisions, purple flags is the AM divisions, blue pro divisions, and pink will be if we do any lady only CTPs, so for the FA1 division. When you write these, clearly mark it out, the name above, write your name right below. Try to keep the CTPs in the fairway. If you are the first group starting on a hole and everybody shanksing in the woods, and it's nowhere close to the pin, just leave the flag in the fairway just so the next group can find it. At the end of the round, all the CTPs will be picked up by myself, by Danny, or another volunteer helping out, and I'll make sure to get those winners of the CTPs paid via PayPal by the end of the night or first thing in the morning. Lastly is birdie bounties. I'll randomly generate 4 hole numbers as well, just like the CTPs. If you birdie all 4 of those holes, you can receive the bounty money. If 2 people both do it, they can split the pot. Otherwise, if there's 3 or more, we'll high-five each other, and that'll push to the next week. Let me know that night if you get the bounty. You can text me or email me as well, and I'll verify all the scores in PDGA Live and make sure everyone has hit those 4 birdies, and I will PayPal the winners. I believe that's it. If you have any questions, let me know. Like I said, I'll make a quick video and post that night for all the CTPs, the bounty holes, as well as what layout we're going to play. But other than that, I will see you guys at the first league day. Have a good night.